8 habits that changed my life in 1 week. These lessons will change your life. Stoic philosophy. Welcome back to Stoic Victory. Today, we're going to explore 8 powerful habits that changed my life in just 1 week. Yes, you heard that right, 1 week. It might sound unbelievable, but these aren't your average tips. These habits are transformative, grounded in Stoic philosophy, and have the potential to bring profound changes to your life, just as they did to mine. Imagine feeling more productive, more mentally resilient, and more at peace in your daily life. These habits help me break through barriers and achieve a sense of clarity and purpose. I can't wait to share these with you because they made such a significant difference for me, and I believe they can do the same for you. Without further ado, let's get started and discover the 8 habits that can transform your life in just 1 week. Habit 1. Limiting screen time. Have you ever felt like your days are slipping away in a blur of screens? I certainly did. It wasn't until I decided to limit my screen time that I realized the profound impact it had on my life. This change, inspired by the teachings of Stoicism, highlighted how reclaiming time from digital distractions can enrich our existence. In our modern, tech-saturated world, it's easy to become consumed by endless scrolling, binge-watching and checking emails. I was no exception, and I noticed it was taking a toll on my mental health, productivity and sleep. Inspired by the Stoic belief that nothing can affect you unless you allow it, I set a daily limit of 1 hour for non-work-related screen time. It was tough at first. Like many, I had fallen into the habit of filling every spare moment with screen time. However, I knew change was necessary to live a more intentional life. The first noticeable change was the abundance of free time. I hadn't realized how much of my day was consumed by screens until I deliberately limited it. With those extra hours, I rediscovered old hobbies and interests that I had neglected. I picked up a book I had been meaning to read, started doodling and drawing again, and even experimented with new recipes in the kitchen. This extra time allowed me to engage in activities that were not only enjoyable, but also fulfilling. One evening, instead of watching TV after dinner, I took a walk in the park. The fresh air, the sounds of nature, and the simple act of moving my body felt incredibly rejuvenating. This new habit quickly became a cherished part of my daily routine, something I looked forward to and thoroughly enjoyed. Another significant benefit was the improvement in my sleep quality. Previously, I would take my phone to bed, scrolling through social media or watching videos until I felt sleepy. This often left me feeling wired and restless, leading to poor sleep. By limiting screen time, especially before bed, I found it much easier to wind down and fall asleep. I established a bedtime routine that didn't involve screens. Reading a physical book, meditating, or simply reflecting on my day. This change led to deeper, more restful sleep and significantly boosted my overall energy levels. The mental health benefits were equally profound. Without the constant barrage of news updates, social media comparisons and digital distractions, I felt less anxious and more present. I became more focused during conversations, more attentive to the people around me, and more engaged in my daily activities. It was as if a fog had lifted, allowing me to experience life with greater clarity. One particularly memorable day was when I spent an entire afternoon at a local cafe with just a notebook and a pen. I wrote down my thoughts, planned some goals, and even sketched a bit. This peaceful and productive time, free from digital interruptions, made me feel more connected to myself and my surroundings in a way that screens had never allowed. Of course, there were moments of temptation and slips along the way. Each time I found myself reaching for my phone out of habit, I gently reminded myself of the benefits I was experiencing and redirected my focus to something more fulfilling. Limiting screen time isn't about completely eliminating technology from your life. It's about creating a healthier balance and being more intentional with your time. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." If you're feeling overwhelmed or disconnected, I encourage you to try setting some screen time boundaries. Start small, perhaps with an hour less each day, and gradually increase it. Use that extra time to reconnect with yourself, your loved ones, and the world around you. You might be surprised at how much richer and more fulfilling life can be when you step away from the screens and engage more with the real world. Adopting this habit has not only improved my mental health and productivity, but also enriched my life with deeper connections and more meaningful activities. By embracing Stoic teachings and setting intentional boundaries, you too can experience these transformative benefits and truly understand how to live life Stoicism. Habit 2. Waking up early. The second habit that profoundly changed my life was waking up early. To be completely honest with you, I was never a morning person. My bed was my sanctuary, and the snooze button was my most trusted ally. Mornings were usually a whirlwind of chaos, making me feel like I was always playing catch-up. But I decided to give waking up early a try, and it turned out to be a true game-changer. I began by setting my alarm for 5 a.m., and let me tell you, the first few days were tough. I dragged myself out of bed feeling groggy and questioning my sanity. However, by the third day, something incredible happened. I started to appreciate the tranquility of the early morning hours. There was a certain magic in being awake before the rest of the world, a peacefulness that was almost therapeutic. With these extra morning hours, I found time for activities I had previously neglected. I started my day with light exercise, some stretching or a short jog around the neighborhood. This not only woke me up, but also energized me for the day ahead. I also spent time meditating and setting my intentions for the day. These moments of mindfulness significantly improved my overall mindset and productivity. Waking up early brought another unexpected benefit. I no longer felt rushed. I had ample time to enjoy a healthy breakfast, savor my coffee, and plan out my day without the usual frenzy. This unhurried start set a positive tone for the entire day, making me more organized, less stressed, and giving me a greater sense of control over my time. One memorable morning, I watched the sunrise from my balcony. It was a simple yet profoundly beautiful experience. As the sky transformed with the colors of dawn and the world slowly awakened, I felt a deep sense of gratitude and peace. It was in that moment that I truly understood the power of waking up early. Waking up early might not be for everyone, but I urge you to give it a try, even if it's just for a week. Start by waking up 15 minutes earlier than usual and gradually increase the time. You might be surprised by the positive impact it can have on your life. It's not just about having more hours in the day, but about using those hours to create a more mindful, intentional, and fulfilling start to your day. Imagine yourself with those serene morning hours, time to reflect, plan, and prepare. How different would your day be if you started it calmly, with purpose and clarity? How might it affect your productivity, your mood, and your overall sense of well-being. These Stoic rules of self-discipline and mindful living can truly lead to a Stoic victory over the chaos and stress of modern life. In essence, the lesson here is not just about waking up early, but about reclaiming control over your time and your life. By starting your day with intention and mindfulness, you set yourself up for success. This habit, like many Stoic principles, teaches us to prioritize what truly matters, leading to a life that feels more balanced, peaceful, and ultimately victorious. Give it a try, and witness how these Stoic rules can guide you towards a Stoic victory in your daily life. Habit 3. Daily exercise. To be honest, I wasn't always the type to prioritize physical activity. Like many of you, I often used excuses like, "I'm too tired," "I don't have time," or "I'll start tomorrow." But there came a moment when I decided it was time for a change. I made a firm commitment to move my body every single day for a week, and the results were astounding. I began with just 20 minutes a day, alternating between yoga, jogging, and strength training. My aim was to keep things varied and interesting, so I wouldn't lose motivation halfway through. The initial days were challenging, my muscles were sore, and I felt exhausted. Yet I constantly reminded myself of my purpose to improve my physical and mental well-being. By the fourth day, something remarkable happened. I woke up feeling more energized and noticed a significant improvement in my mood. I was less irritable and felt a newfound positivity. It dawned on me that those 20 minutes of exercise were not just about burning calories or building muscle. They were moments dedicated to myself, for stress relief and an endorphin boost. One particular morning, as I laced up my sneakers for a jog, the crisp, clear air filled me with a sense of freedom and clarity I hadn't felt in a long time. It was just me, the open road, and my thoughts. This connection to myself and the world around me was truly empowering. Physically, I began to notice changes too. My posture improved, I felt stronger, and my overall fitness increased. But the most significant transformation was in my mindset. Exercise became my sanctuary, a time to disconnect from the world's chaos and reconnect with myself. It turned into a form of self-care rather than a chore. Trying yoga for the first time was another personal milestone. Initially, I was skeptical, thinking I wasn't flexible enough or that it wouldn't be a substantial workout. However, after a few sessions, I fell in love with it. Yoga taught me to be present, to breathe deeply, and to listen to my body. It was a transformative experience that extended beyond physical benefits, deeply affecting my mental and emotional state. Incorporating daily exercise into my routine made me realize that taking care of my body had a direct impact on my mental health and overall happiness. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This journey of daily exercise was not about perfection or extreme efforts. It was about finding a form of movement that I enjoyed and making it a regular part of my life. If you find yourself struggling to get started, my advice is simple. Start small. Discover something you enjoy, be it dancing, hiking, or a brisk walk, and commit to just a few minutes a day. Gradually, you can build up from there. The benefits you'll reap will be immense, impacting not just your body, but your entire outlook on life. So take that first step towards transformation and embrace the power of daily exercise. If you've watched up to this point, you're already on the path to transforming your life with these powerful habits. Comment below with Life Changed, to affirm your commitment to embracing these life-changing lessons. Don't go anywhere. There's still a wealth of wisdom waiting for you in this video. Stay until the end to uncover the secrets that will help you truly master the art of living through Stoic philosophy. Habit 4. Decluttering space. One habit that dramatically transformed my life in just 1 week was decluttering my space. I had never fully appreciated how much my physical environment affected my mental state until I embarked on this journey. The process began with a single area, my workspace. I started by clearing out unnecessary papers, organizing my desk, and ensuring everything had its designated place. The immediate result was a profound sense of calm and order. A tidy space not only made it easier to focus, but also significantly reduced the mental clutter that often accompanies a chaotic environment. This newfound clarity boosted my productivity and made me feel less overwhelmed by the multitude of tasks I faced. One of the most memorable moments during this process was rediscovering an old project I had previously abandoned. Finding it in a now organized space reignited my passion for it, leading me to pick it up again and ultimately complete it. This brought a deep sense of accomplishment and reminded me of the hidden potential that often lies buried beneath clutter. Decluttering extended beyond my physical workspace to my digital space as well. I organized my files, deleted old emails, and streamlined my digital workspace, which significantly reduced the constant distractions from notifications and unnecessary digital clutter, allowing me to work more efficiently. A particularly satisfying aspect of this decluttering journey was tackling my closet. I donated clothes I no longer wore and organized the remaining items. This simple act transformed my mornings. Getting dressed became quicker and more enjoyable because I could easily find what I needed. This small change saved me time and reduced daily stress, enhancing my overall well-being. Decluttering isn't just about clearing physical space. It's about creating a clear, focused environment that supports your goals and enhances your mental state. If your surroundings feel chaotic, I encourage you to spend some time decluttering. Start small, perhaps with a single drawer or corner of your room, and you'll be amazed at the transformative power this habit can have on your life. Consider this quote from Marcus Aurelius: "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By decluttering your environment, you create a space where positive, productive thoughts can flourish. How does your current environment affect your state of mind? Have you ever noticed a difference in your mood or productivity when your space is tidy versus when it's cluttered? Sharing your experiences might inspire others to take the first step towards decluttering their own spaces. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. As you gradually declutter, you'll find that the benefits extend far beyond a neat room. They permeate every aspect of your life, bringing clarity, focus, and a sense of peace. Habit 5. Setting daily intentions. Habit 5 that made a profound impact on my life was setting daily intentions. Each morning, I took a few minutes to reflect on what I wanted to achieve that day, both personally and professionally. This simple practice brought a sense of purpose and direction to my daily activities. Setting daily intentions helped me prioritize my tasks and stay focused on what truly mattered. For example, on a particularly busy day, I set the intention to stay calm and focused, regardless of the chaos around me. This mindset helped me navigate challenges with a clear head and avoid unnecessary stress. One significant experience was when I set an intention to be more present and attentive in my interactions. That day, I had a meaningful conversation with a friend where I truly listened without distractions. This deepened our connection and made the interaction more fulfilling. Daily intentions also helped me stay motivated. On days when I felt less energetic, setting a simple intention, like being kind to myself, made a huge difference. It shifted my focus from what I didn't accomplish to what I could do, no matter how small. Setting daily intentions is a powerful way to bring clarity and focus to your life. It's a habit that requires minimal time, but offers maximum impact. If you're looking to enhance your daily productivity and well-being, try setting a daily intention. It's a small step that can lead to significant positive changes. When we consider the impact of Stoic philosophy on our lives, setting daily intentions is akin to following Stoic rules that guide us toward Stoic victory. The practice not only aligns our daily actions with our core values, but also cultivates a mindset of purposeful living. Think about how often we rush through our days without a clear focus, feeling overwhelmed and unfulfilled. By dedicating a few moments each morning to set an intention, we bring a sense of order and calm to our lives, enabling us to face challenges with resilience and grace. For instance, setting an intention to approach each task with patience and diligence can transform a hectic workday into a series of manageable and meaningful efforts. One story that illustrates the power of daily intentions involves a friend of mine who was struggling with balancing work and personal life. She decided to adopt the habit of setting daily intentions, starting with the simple goal of being fully present during family dinners. This small shift had a profound effect on her relationships and overall well-being. Her family noticed the change, feeling more connected and appreciated, which in turn made her more content and less stressed. This is the essence of Stoic rules in action, making deliberate choices that lead to Stoic victory by improving our interactions and enhancing our sense of purpose. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. Each day is an opportunity to learn and grow, to apply Stoic principles in practical ways that lead to a more fulfilling life. By setting daily intentions, you create a roadmap for your actions, making each day a step toward greater clarity and purpose. So, start today. Set a small, meaningful intention for yourself and observe how it transforms your experience. Embrace the power of intention setting as a tool for personal growth and Stoic victory. Let's continue this journey together, learning and evolving with each step we take. Thank you for being part of this community, and stay awesome, everyone. Habit 6. Practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude was the 6th habit that profoundly transformed my life in just 1 week, and I'm eager to share how it can do the same for you. At first glance, practicing gratitude may seem like a simple task, but its impact is truly life-changing. I began by keeping a gratitude journal where I documented 3 things I was grateful for each day. Although it initially felt mundane and repetitive, over time I began to notice a significant shift in my mindset and overall well-being. Every morning, I set aside a few minutes to reflect on the positive aspects of my life. This small practice helped me shift my focus from the negatives to the positives. For example, one morning I wrote about the beauty of a sunrise, the support of a dear friend, and the enjoyment of a delicious meal. These small moments of gratitude started to add up, creating a cumulative effect of increased contentment and happiness in my daily life. One particular experience that stands out was a day filled with challenges at work. Normally, I would have let the stress take over, But instead, I took a moment to write down 3 positive things that happened that day. A colleague's kind words, a productive meeting, and a peaceful walk during lunch. This simple act of acknowledging the good parts of my day helped me manage stress more effectively and approach problems with a clear, more positive mindset. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Practicing gratitude not only improved my outlook, but also had a significant impact on my relationships. By intentionally focusing on the positive traits of others, I became more patient, kind, and understanding. One evening I wrote a heartfelt thank you note to a family member who had been particularly supportive, and their emotional response was incredibly rewarding. This habit of expressing gratitude deepened my connections and made me more appreciative of the people in my life. Moreover, gratitude taught me to see the glass as half full rather than half empty. It's a habit that requires very little time, but yields immense benefits. If you're looking to enhance your mood and improve your perspective on life, I highly encourage you to start practicing gratitude. Begin with just a few things each day and watch how this small habit can bring about a significant change in your life. Imagine the difference it could make if you began each day focusing on what you have rather than what you lack. What are the 3 things you are grateful for today? How might this practice of gratitude shift your perspective and improve your life? Reflecting on these questions can help you engage more deeply with the concept of gratitude and make it a meaningful part of your daily routine. As Epictetus wisely said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Through practicing gratitude, I learned to appreciate the small joys in life and approach each day with a more positive outlook. This habit transformed my life in ways I never anticipated, fostering a greater sense of happiness and fulfillment. I invite you to try this practice for yourself and see how it can change your life, just as it did mine. What could be more empowering than starting each day with a heart full of gratitude? If you've reached this point and are still engaged, kindly take a moment to pause and comment below with "I'm ready for change." This simple act will indicate that you are committed to adopting habits that transform your life for the better. Now, let's continue on this journey together, embracing the wisdom of Stoic philosophy to lead more balanced, fulfilling lives. Habit 7. Mindful eating. This was a big one for me because, like many people, I used to eat on the go, barely paying attention to what or how much I was consuming. My meals were often rushed and distracted affairs, eaten while scrolling through my phone or working on my laptop. I didn't realize how much this was affecting my overall well-being until I decided to give mindful eating a try for 1 week. Mindful eating is all about paying full attention to the experience of eating and drinking, both inside and outside the body. It's about savoring each bite, noticing the flavors, textures, and even the sounds of your food. So I made a commitment to eat all my meals mindfully. I started by setting the scene for my meals. I cleared my dining table, set a nice place for myself, and removed any distractions. No phone, no TV, no laptop. It felt a bit strange at first to sit quietly with my meal, but it quickly became a calming ritual. I began each meal with a few deep breaths to center myself and bring my focus to the present moment. One of the first things I noticed was how much more I enjoyed my food. I took the time to really taste and appreciate each bite. Foods I had eaten hundreds of times before suddenly had new, delightful flavors and textures that I had never really noticed. For example, the crunch of fresh vegetables and the sweetness of ripe fruit became much more pronounced. It was like experiencing food in high definition. Another major change was how much more satisfied I felt after meals. By eating slowly and mindfully, I gave my body time to signal when it was full. This was a big shift for me, as I used to eat quickly and often ended up overeating. By paying attention to my hunger and fullness cues, I found that I naturally ate less and felt more satisfied. One memorable experience was with a simple bowl of oatmeal. Normally, I would wolf it down without a second thought, but this time I took it slow, savoring the creamy texture and the subtle sweetness of the honey I drizzled on top. It became a moment of gratitude and mindfulness that set a positive tone for the rest of my day. A7.1. I also started to notice how different foods made me feel. Heavy processed foods left me feeling sluggish and bloated, while fresh whole foods made me feel energized and light. This awareness led me to make healthier choices naturally, without feeling deprived or restricted. Another aspect of mindful eating is being aware of the emotional connections we have with food. I started to recognize when I was eating out of boredom, stress, or emotional comfort rather than true hunger. This awareness was powerful. Instead of mindlessly snacking, I could address the underlying emotion. Maybe I needed a break, some relaxation, or a chat with a friend rather than a bag of chips. There was one particular evening when I had a craving for something sweet after dinner. Instead of automatically reaching for dessert, I paused and asked myself if I was truly hungry or just seeking a reward after a long day. I realized I wasn't actually hungry and opted for a warm cup of herbal tea instead. It was a small victory that highlighted how powerful mindful eating can be. Incorporating mindful eating into my life was a transformative experience. It helped me develop a healthier relationship with food, improved my digestion, and even enhanced my overall sense of well-being. It's a habit that I've continued beyond that initial week, and I can't recommend it enough. If you're interested in trying mindful eating, start with just one meal a day. Sit down without distractions, take a few deep breaths, and savor each bite. Pay attention to the flavors, textures, and how the food makes you feel. You might be surprised at how this simple practice can change your entire eating experience. It's a wonderful way to reconnect with your body and truly appreciate the nourishment that food provides. Habit 8. Journaling. Initially, I thought journaling was only for those with plenty of free time or naturally introspective minds. I was skeptical. Who has time to write about their day with so much happening around them? However, dedicating 1 week to consistent journaling completely transformed my perspective, making it a cornerstone of my personal growth journey. I began simply. Each night before bed, I spent just 10 minutes journaling. I used a plain notebook and a comfortable pen. No fancy apps or pressure to make it look pretty, just me and my thoughts. On the first night I stared at the blank page, unsure what to write. But I started with the basics: how my day went, what made me happy, and what I struggled with. As days passed, I delved deeper, writing about my goals, fears, dreams, and insecurities. It felt like having a conversation with myself, and that's when the magic happened. Through journaling, I noticed patterns in my thoughts and behaviors. I realized some worries were beyond my control, while others were areas where I could take action. One night I wrote about a particularly stressful day at work. By putting my thoughts on paper, I processed my emotions better, detailing what stressed me out, how it made me feel, and what I could do differently next time. This act of reflection brought clarity and helped me feel more in control of my emotions. Another powerful aspect of journaling was tracking my progress. I noted small victories and milestones, no matter how minor. Looking back at these entries filled me with a sense of accomplishment and motivated me to keep pushing forward. For instance, I wrote about a presentation I was nervous about and how I prepared for it. Seeing my preparation process and the positive outcome documented in my journal was incredibly encouraging. I also started a gratitude section in my journal, writing down 3 things I was grateful for every day. This practice shifted my focus from what was lacking in my life to appreciating what I already had. One memorable entry was about a random act of kindness. A stranger helped me when I struggled with my grocery bags. Writing about this act made me feel grateful and inspired me to pay it forward. Journaling revealed a lot about myself, my desires, fears, strengths, and weaknesses. It became a form of therapy, helping me untangle the complex web of thoughts and emotions we all carry. It provided a safe space to be completely honest without fear of judgment. In today's fast-paced world, journaling offers a quiet moment of introspection. Think about how often we rush through our days without truly reflecting on our experiences. Journaling creates a pause, a chance to understand ourselves better. For example, after a heated argument with a colleague, instead of dwelling on the negative emotions, I wrote down the incident. This practice helped me see the situation from a different perspective and understand my reactions better. Have you ever wondered how much more peaceful your life could be if you took a few minutes each day to reflect? If you've never tried journaling, I highly encourage you to start. Don't worry about writing perfectly or having profound thoughts. Just write whatever comes to mind. It could be a stream of consciousness, a recap of your day, or reflections on a specific event. Give yourself the freedom to express whatever you're feeling. You might be surprised at how much clarity and peace it brings into your life. Remember, it's not about what you write. It's about the process of writing itself. This habit aligns with Stoic rules, emphasizing self-awareness and reflection, leading to Stoic victory in personal growth. So grab a notebook and a pen and start your journaling journey today. What insights will you uncover about yourself? In today's video on Stoic Victory, we've explored the 8 transformative habits that changed my life in just 1 week. These habits, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, have not only enhanced my productivity and mental resilience, but also brought a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. From limiting screen time and waking up early to practicing gratitude and mindful eating, each habit offers a practical approach to personal growth. As we wrap up, I encourage you to reflect on which of these habits resonate with you the most, and consider incorporating them into your daily routine. Remember, the journey to self-improvement begins with small, consistent steps. Which habit are you excited to try first? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's support each other on this path to a more intentional and fulfilling life. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep striving for your Stoic victory.